8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We've gone for main engine start. We have main engine start.
I never really did consider myself a trailblazer. I considered myself someone who was absolutely fascinated by science and by space, and who just wanted a chance to experience space for myself. You know, I remember being in 4th grade, and a teacher, our teacher wheeled one of those big old black and white TV sets in to watch the early space shots. And I think that that was really one of the inspirations for my love of space. I was always interested in science, but getting to see those early space shots, I think was what really made me think about and dream about space. It wasn't until I was in graduate school at Stanford, just a couple of months away from getting my PhD in physics, that I literally saw an ad in the Stanford student newspaper that had been put in the paper by NASA saying that they were accepting applications for astronaut. And the moment I saw that, I knew that's what I wanted to do. I applied that afternoon.
After a rigorous interview process and beating out thousands of applicants, Sally was selected as one of the first 6 women into NASA's astronaut corps. She then became the first American woman in space.
The most harrowing part of my time at NASA was definitely the moment of ignition at my first launch, because that's just an unbelievable, overwhelming sense of power. There's this rocket fuel is literally exploding underneath you, and that's what it feels like. So it's just mind-numbing, bone-rattling, terrifying, exhilarating 8.5 minutes of launch. And in that period of time, you go from a standing start on the launch pad to traveling 17,500 miles an hour. There are really 2 unforgettable parts of the experience of being in space. One is weightlessness. You can't simulate it on the ground. We don't train for being weightless, and it's just plain fun. And then the other thing that is just so memorable is the view of Earth. I got to look back at our planet and see it from the outside, and that's just something that you don't forget.
Sally's accolades and early influences in her own development inspired her to start the Sally Ride Science Center, encouraging girls in math and science.
It's really important for society to change the perception that it is giving to girls. And unfortunately, the images surround the girls growing up. If a 12-year-old girl imagines that an engineer is, some old guy who looks like Einstein and wears a lab coat and a pocket protector, she is not going to aspire to be that. We need to show her examples of women who are engineers, who are normal people, who love what they do, and who are doing cool stuff. And that's one of the things that that we're trying to do, is put forward a lot of those role models for the girls, to put female faces on some of these careers.